afternoon, everybody. What is going on? I am Jeff GrantMEDIA, and once again, I am joined by...
I have all my water bottle, so I make so I don't get thirsty and coming back down and up and down and up and down.
She understands that doing these videos could make you thirsty, so she came prepared today. And I am extra excited for what is inside the bag for this video because I've known about it for a little while and I've just been waiting and waiting and waiting for it to be released, and it is finally here. We have the brand new unlined waxed trucker jacket from Flint and Tinder, and I cannot be more excited to get it because I have been riding my scooter to work and wearing the flannel lined wax trucker. It's fine in the morning, but in the afternoon it's now in the mid 80s and getting quite humid. It's a little hot to be wearing the flannel lined jacket, so I cannot wait to test out the unlined version that is inside this box. But first, the disclaimer. Huckberry did send me this jacket for free, but all of the opinions in this video are mine and mine alone. I did not share this content with Huckberry prior to publication. They will see this when you do. Now, I'm only sharing it with Hazel. Now, babe, are you ready to crack this bag open and see what happens inside?
But you covered up our phone number and our address?
I did. I taped over, as you can clearly see, there is some bright green tape here. I covered over our address.
Yeah, there's like links of leather tape on it.
And that is because the address is my home address, and I like to keep that just a little bit private. Now let's go ahead and take her out of the package. You can see we are in our Huckberry branded bag, both front and back. This is directly from Huckberry. And
this is the back?
This is the back of the bag.
Oh, it has an H.
Yeah, it does. H like Hazel. Now, Hazel, I'm gonna start it. Okay, go ahead, pull right here, pull it.
It's sticky. It's the plastic.
Oh, we probably have. Hazel likes the backing from the sticker adhesive because it looks like
my bicycle.
It looks like the streamers from her bicycle. But let's crack this on open. Ooh. There we go.
Yeah, because I have silver and blue on my bicycle streamer.
I'm just gonna move your water bottle right over here.
Let me put it right here. For the treasure.
All right, and first look at this thing. I like it. It feels nice and thin, which is going to be great for summer riding weather. This is the Havana colorway, so it's a little bit darker than my field tan. Let's go ahead and take a quick glimpse of it. Ooh, I like this. I like this a lot. And I did see as I flipped it forward, there are two big lights in front of me, and I can clearly see the light bleeding through. Let's see if I can show you. If I can get my light to turn on my...
Daddy, can I have this piece of tape because I'm
Sure.
gonna make you a package.
You could see the light coming through. It kind of disappears. I'm behind the pocket, and then I'm coming over the zipper. So you could see that the light does bleed through. And that's because of the unlined version. You can clearly see there is no liner on the front or back of the jacket. It is just wax canvas front and back. And right out of the bag, you can see we do have a difference here. We have two chest pockets with the button flaps, unlike the flannel lined and wool lined, because they only have a single pocket over the left chest right here. And here is a quick color comparison. No color grading done. This is the field tan and this is the Havana. The Havana is it's not much darker at all. Honestly, the field tan, I thought this was going to be a little lighter compared to the Havana, which is one of the reasons I went with the Havana. I wanted to see the difference between the field tan and the Havana, and it is not that much darker, so it's pretty comparable, definitely. And back to the aesthetic differences between the lined and unlined version, we also have this zigzag stitching pattern that goes across the button flap here. That is also not on the lined versions of the jacket. Other than that, besides the lack of lining, the zigzag pattern and the two pockets, the jacket is basically the same. We have the same epaulets here across the back. The jacket is made from the same 7-ounce Martexan sailcloth that is made in New Jersey. It is also American made, cut and sewn in Los Angeles, California. The price point for the unlined version is $228 as opposed to the $298 for the flannel lined version, and the wool line being $358. It features the same Flint and Tinder branded shank buttons as the other jackets, and the unlined version is available in the Havana, the Field Tan, and the Forest colorways. Now again, this jacket just came out this week. It hasn't even been out for a full week at this point, so they may introduce more colorways in the future, but again, brand new jacket, 3 color options to choose from. At the time of filming, all of the color options appear to be available and in stock in all of the sizes, so I'd say possibly act fast, because if this is anything like the waxed or the flannel lined wax trucker, these sizes will probably sell out quite quick. Now I'm gonna shut up and put it on. Okay, we are a little crammed because I don't have nearly as much space down here as I do when I do my turnarounds. But there we go. That feels, you could definitely feel the waxiness in the armpit areas, but as I've said in other of my wax jackets, when you first get them for about 2 weeks, they do feel very wet, and the more you wear them, they do break in a little bit more, and they do feel more dry, if you will, meaning the wax breaks in, it flakes off, it wears in a little bit. And one thing that I like to do is I always unbutton my cuffs. So I'm gonna do that, because that makes it more comfortable for me. Now, this feels good. I mean, I'm trying to look at myself in the monitor. Putting it on in the monitor, to me, it looks darker. Also, I'm a little further from the light, so I'm a little more in the shadow, as opposed to when I have it directly on this table that is much closer to the light sources. But looking at it on me in the monitor, it definitely looks a little bit darker as I get back. But let's do, this is how I generally wear my jackets. If you've not seen any of my other reviews on any of my jackets, my button jackets, I generally just button 2 buttons there. That's how I will wear them, and I will generally wear this jacket all day long. Well, not this particular one, it's the first time I've had it on my body, but when I wear my jackets, I generally wear them all day long at work. And it's a weird building. It's huge, so it's either freezing cold because they're blasting the AC to cool down the massive spaces, or it's wintertime and they're blasting the heat, and it's such a big, large open space that all of the heat goes up to the roof, and it's not in the main part of the building where the people work, so it's generally freezing cold inside that building. So I'm usually wearing my jacket all day long, and this is how I will wear it. 2 buttons. This is how I will wear it when I'm riding the scooter. There's a guitar right there. And this is how I will wear it when I'm just casually wearing the jacket. And the fit, I'll say, it fits very similar to the mediums in the lined versions. I don't feel like it's any tighter. I do feel, I will say this, right now, trying to move, I have slack, but I can feel it binding up on my arms, because for 2 reasons. It's brand new and it's more wet still, and it's quite humid right now. It's probably 85 degrees outside. It's been raining off and on all day. So as it rains and then it stops, it evaporates. So I'm a little sticky. So wearing a wax jacket right now, probably not the best thing for me to be doing. And I'm also wearing jeans, so it's humid. So the jacket is sticking to my arms a little bit. I definitely feel like I have the slack, but fit-wise, it definitely feels like the size medium of the Flint and Tinder wax trucker. One thing that I was told of another brand, I generally don't say other brand names when I'm doing that unless I'm doing a direct comparison of a jacket, is one of my other jackets that I still currently own, the size medium of the lined version fits, or I'm sorry, to get the size medium fit, the lined version I was told you should buy the large of, because it's the same cut of the shell and then they sew the liner, and so it takes up the space. So the medium unlined version will fit like a medium, but the medium lined version will be a little snug because the cut is the same on both. Then they just put the liner in, so you would need to size up in the lined version for it to fit the same. Where I feel like this size medium of the unlined version is cut and sewn to be a size medium, just like the lined version is cut and sewn to be a size medium. So they're not cut and sewn with the same shells and then packing a liner inside. This fits just like a medium should fit, and I definitely feel like I got enough room. I like the length of it. It's coming down here's my waist, so like it completely covers my belt. My belt is up right about here, so it's down below my belt, so it will give me, I'm not going to bend over and flash you, but it will give me a little bit room when I'm on my scooter so my lower back won't be exposed. But I feel it feels pretty good. I already got the smudgy going on my watch, because the wax will rub off on your watch face. If you've seen in the videos about wax jackets, my one issue with the Flint and Tinder brand was that the cuffs, even on the line versions, the cuffs are unlined, so the wax kind of rubs off on your watch face for about 2 weeks or so. As it starts to break in, once it gets to that more dry feeling, it will still scuff it up a little bit, but not nearly as bad, because this is brand new. The wax is kind of still sitting on the surface. Now, one thing to keep in mind with the Martexan sailcloth that is used for the Flint and Tinder wax jackets is that this is pre-waxed before it is cut at all. So what they do is they take the actual fabric and they run it through a press. So this is wax on both sides, and it's like it's in there with pressure. You'll never get it waxed the same as it was brand new, but because this is the unlined version, you could actually probably wax this jacket a little bit better, because the lined versions you cannot wax the inside of the jacket again, because once the wax starts to wear in and break in, you can't wax the inside because there's a liner there. This being unlined, you can actually re-wax both sides of the jacket, because over time the wax will break down, it will deteriorate, it will flake off, it will just melt and rub off. Being unlined, it will probably eventually rub off onto my clothes, because there's nothing here to keep the wax from flaking off or rubbing off onto my clothes. So over time, when you need to re-wax, this being the unlined version, you can actually do a better job re-waxing it, because you can access both sides of the cloth and wax it much like it was when it was originally made. Again, it's pressed, you're never gonna get it. Even if this wasn't pressed, you're never gonna get it re-waxed the same as it was before when you got it brand new, because even if they're doing it by hand, believe me, they're doing it much more often than you or I, so their technique is going to be much, much better. But the simple fact that this is the unlined version, you can definitely get a better re-wax job on this jacket than you would be able to with the lined versions. Now, again, I'm sitting here, I'm a little warm, I'm a little sweaty, it's pretty humid down here, I'm wearing jeans and a jacket. But if I wasn't sitting here in 85-degree temperature, super humid and stuck to the jacket, I would tell you the fit of the jacket is actually pretty good. When I put my arm out, I have the right amount of length, I don't have it all the way up, and it's also not like to my knuckles, which I hate when it's too long. I like when it's right about where I like it. It's right there. It's kind of like right at the edge of my wrist. You can see my bracelet is right about where I like my jacket, and if I get it to not get stuck on my bracelet, and I put my arm all the way out. And this, again, it's unbuttoned. Let me button it back up, and we'll do the same test here. That's one of my tests to see if my sleeves are too short. So no. They are not too short, even buttoned up. It is really good. And I do have plenty of mobility, except I can feel it just getting stuck like right here and in my forearm, which is really weird. I've never had it stick on my forearm, but it's because I'm so hot and humid right now. I can just feel it sticking to my skin. Now, once this does that little break-in period, and again, gets that drier feel to it, even when it gets this humid out, it's probably going to feel a lot less sticky on my body. But because it is brand new, out of the box, first time a human being is wearing this thing, it's going to have a very wet feeling to it. But again, I think I'm going to be better off with this on the scooter coming home from work than the flannel line version coming home in the same temperatures. So let's put the unlined wax trucker jackets to the test. We're gonna wear this for the next couple of weeks or so, and we will check back in with a full real user review, and I will see how it is wearing in comparison to the tried and true that I absolutely love this jacket. Again, I have two of these now. I have both the Field Tan and the charcoal of the flannel lined wax trucker jacket from Flint and Tinder. So we'll see if I love the unlined version just as much. So then hopefully I have my summer riding jacket, and then I have my winter-ish fall, definitely fall, maybe winter jacket, because yeah, it does get quite cold here in the winter, so every once in a while I'm going to have to wear a heavier jacket. Hazel would like to show you, she's the cutting master, so she wanted to show you her craft that she has been working on while we have been filming a video.
Yeah, how to make this craft. Yeah, I just have to do this.
Watch your fingers, please. You're a little brazen with those snips.
Like this.
This kid loves her arts and crafts. But stay tuned for the full real user review of the brand new Flint and Tinder unlined wax trucker jacket that just dropped earlier this week. So if you like this video or any of my other videos, feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Smash that big red button and ring that bell right next to it so you get notifications next time I post a brand new video. Good night.